3, 2, 1, click. This is Date With Us, a dating sim podcast where two lover girls, me, Kanisha,
and me, Claire,
date, mate, and rate cyber sweeties because every gamer needs a little love in their saves.
We're inviting you to join us for our digital debriefs about our pixelized paramours. Whether they're in visual novels, roguelites, or funky indie darlings, we'll dish on who we're romancing and if our choices really mattered.
It doesn't matter if you're here to get love, lust, or just the bus.
You'll get to know at least one worthwhile person. Yourself.
So, light some candles,
Partake in a vice of your choosing,
and we'll give you the lowdown on the games to download. But I spam everything.
I can always tell if Kanisha is the one who messaged me on any app because it's like, it's never just one notification. It's at least 3 or 5.
Or 10.
Or 10. I mean, 10 is my preferred, actually. I love to just have a wall of Kanisha text in my inbox. It makes me so happy.
It's like, hey, how you doing? What's going on over there?
And then it's actually also just...
Keyboard smashes.
Okay.
Very Micah of you.
I know. I can't stop.
Honestly, if anybody here is the most Micah coded, it is Kanisha, actually.
Unfortunately. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about it too, because I was like, oh, I'm pushing 30. Like, I'm going to have to grow up. Like, I was like, on my 30th birthday, like, am I going to have to start using capital letters again? Like, I don't want. But
you literally apologized to me for using capital letters in a text message, and I was like, what are you talking about?
I was like, it's not me. It's not me. I was in work mode. I only do it in work mode. Okay, hold on.
No, not even all caps, just appropriate capitalization and punctuation. Like hello with a capital H.
It was disgusting. I was like, who is this?
I do have one other person in my life who does all lowercase letters, and I can tell, like, I noticed that enough to be like, oh, something is wrong if you're texting me with appropriate grammar and punctuation.
Wow.
Yes.
We didn't say, but Marcy, I love that we both have red hair and pink chairs. I feel aligned.
Yes.
But my hair is purple now, remember?
Yes, it's tinged. Yes, Claire's hair as well. We can't tell. Oh, well, I just meant literally, like, we can't tell.
Kanisha said, babe, that's cute. You're not bold.
Oh, no, it looks so good.
How dare you speak to Posh Spice this way? How dare you?
I'm going to tell David.
David. All right, the beautiful sonorous voices you're hearing around me are my podcasting partner in life, Kanisha, and our beautiful, wonderful, amazing guest that we're so excited to have on. Marcy Laycelle is your Black Sapphic friend, cozy content creator, and professional laugh queen. Marcy's laugh this is an aside from the beautiful bio she provided us, but Marcy's laugh is one of the most infectious laughs I've ever heard in my life. Known for dreamy Sims builds, Stardew riches, tarot pulls, and expressing herself through bold creative makeup looks and beautiful red hair because she is more bold than Claire, she is here to gush over dating Sims with a mix of whimsy, humor, and heart. Marcy, how the heck are ya?
I'm doing so well. I literally rolled out of bed and had some leftover Chinese and came upstairs.
Oh my God, that's a dream morning.
Leftover Chinese. Whoa.
Would you like to, like, anything you want to plug, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to tell the people about where to find you?
Yeah, I'm going to plug my shop, Moonlight Reef on Etsy.
Yes.
And
they're gorgeous.
Thank you. I have, like, mostly it has turned into a headband shop, kind of. But, like, I used to sell reefs. Yeah, check me out on Marcy Laycelle on Twitch. Yeah, I stream a couple times a week. Yeah.
And for the tabletop lovers, you have a really badass, like, dice headband situation that I continue to stare at.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not me, like, very obviously just clicking into it.
It's fine.
amazing. What, for folks who don't know you, talk to us a little bit about your dating sim history, whether that's like a favorite dating sim or a first one, or just sort of your experience within the genre.
So I want to say dating sims is a natural evolution as somebody who grew up in watching anime and also a lifelong gamer. I've been gaming since I was as soon as I could hold a controller. And I do very much go towards like the dating sim genre, especially like anime that's been, remade from dating sims. And always like, how did they decide to make it like this? Because that's like a little wild. So I think I've really been diving into them like the last like year or two since I've been streaming. But as for a favorite, I actually started watching them on YouTube a lot as like something to like listen to as I work. Because like a lot of times you don't need to like look so much, except with like, the really big scenes. I was listening to
when you're looking.
Yes, I have a problem.
Respectfully.
But respectfully, of course. Yeah, I've been listening to like podcasters like, of course, Hello Yenny and Forever Nina, who do like just really read out, all these like voices and characters and have this commentary about stuff. So it's always been kind of fun to listen. Then I started playing a little bit, which has been really fun to like dig in and see what these crazy minds of these developers come up with.
You have, like, it doesn't have to be the favorite, but do you have a couple top contenders that come to mind as you're talking about this? I'm just so curious.
I did play one last year, which was wholesome. It was called 3 Seasons.
Yes.
I've only played winter. I haven't played, I want to play fall this fall.
I saw you stream it, and I messaged Claire in our Discord, and I was like, we should play this. I see Marcy's playing it. So if you do fall, I will be there. I will be watching it. Not in a creepy way.
Yeah, that was really fun. I loved watching A Date with Death, which I have been playing with my friend Carcutie, aka Chesney, on my stream. And I've been really enjoying that, but I really enjoyed like watching somebody else play it too. I thought it was just really fun and just a really silly little dating sim. So yeah, those are the 2 that like come to mind besides the one we might be talking about today.
Might be, if we get to it. If we get there.
I
also feel it is important context to provide that Marcy is a brilliant fan fiction and smut connoisseur within the Date With Us ecosystem. We love to do our fan fiction nights, and and it just feels like, especially with this game and like the amount of like nerdy topics that come up, it just feels important to be like, and also fan fiction is going to come into play, I think, in the conversation.
Well, I will say my grandmother gave me romance novels when I was like 15, 16.
Hell yeah.
And those little Harley Quinns. And I was,
yes,
Harley Quinn.
Grandma said, "You're the Harlequins. Good luck, have fun. Don't ask me anything about it."
Right? So I've been reading since I've been a teenager, like those kind of stuff for a very long time.
Hell yeah.
And then fan fiction kind of came into play when I was a teenager, because I was really into Sailor Moon. And I read tons of Sailor Moon fan fiction to the point where I had a piece of paper and I had like little notes about which stories I read and like how to keep up with the authors.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
Stuff.
That's such better street cred, though, like, as to what type of fanfic you read. Sailor Moon feels like a good one to be like, yeah, I read Sailor Moon fanfic. Awesome.
Yeah, I wrote one, and that was it. That was really fun. And then I want to say years later, I had regained my love for video games with Dragon Age 2, which I thought was like playing a romance novel.
It is a dating sim, is my understanding. I have not played it, but it is. I also haven't played Mass Effect, which I feel I keep having to confess on this show. But but yeah, those are romance games. You can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah, I read so much fan fiction after playing those games. Like, so much. So much. So that, like, reignited my passion for, like, romance, video games, fan fiction, all of that stuff came back, like, with a vengeance.
It's like riding a bike.
That consumed my life. Yeah.
It's like riding a bike if the bike hit you on the street when you thought about a bike. Like... like, oh no, all my time.
It's like, that's some great bike. Let's get more bike. We love bike.
SOS. All right. Well, on that note, a much more grim question. As we have people on this show, Kanisha and I have decided that while we have a podcast, we are also going to fall in love. So we are doing New York Times' 36 questions to fall in love with anyone. We are currently on question number 7, which we would love if you would also answer with us. That question is, do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? I told you it was grim. I told you it was a grim question.
So dark.
I
do. So I'm happy to go first unless anyone is like,
take it away, Penny.
No. Yeah.
What did you call me?
Oh, take it away, Penny. It's SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, I don't fuck with SpongeBob. I'm sorry. We're gonna break up now.
No. Okay, I know why.
Because you know me.
Yes,
and
I
even
know.
Child Claire was like, nah.
That's fair.
Even Child Claire was like, Sandy has a point to be frustrated with all these people. This seems fine. Like,
oh, wait. I thought you were gonna say because of how the Navy like fucked up Oceana. And
you talking about actual like real life reasons why I would hate SpongeBob?
Yes.
Oh, that's so fair. I just don't even like I don't get it. It's not okay. And I feel horrible about that. Maybe I should cut all of this. Am I going to get hate for not liking SpongeBob?
No. It's okay. I think this is like our 1 year difference again too.
No, because lots of people, this is a recurring plot point in my life that gets people my age very upset.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to be of that, because like I watched it and I was like, Squidward is kind of my guy. Like, I don't know.
Some people, it's just not for some. And you know what? It makes sense that you don't like, because it's just like a lot. Yeah, I get it.
I love many SpongeBob lovers, and that is enough for me, I think. I think that I'm going to die in a car.
Oh, God.
That's my answer. I have had this feeling. I am not a strong driver, but I just have had this feeling of like, if it is going to be a tragic or a surprising thing, I would love to die of old age, and I would love for the world to be in a great enough position that I can die of old age. And, but I do think that like, I don't know, there's just a little part of me that's like, maybe I die in a metal box. I don't know. There's just, it asked secret hunch, and that is my secret hunch. I don't tell that to people, but I have told that to maybe 2 other people in my life, and now the entire podcast. So
I'm gonna just
watch out for me on the road, everywhere. Folks. I don't think, like, I want to believe it will not be my fault, but
want to believe is doing a lot of work there.
Well, I don't know. I don't read the future. I'm still driving the car that I learned how to drive on, like I'm a great driver in that car.
Wait,
I don't know how I'm going to be in another car.
Honestly, that's
me and
fair.
Carl have been through a lot. Carl has stains. My car is 20 years old. My grandmother bought it new. And then my mom, in a wonderful, beautiful suburban Wisconsin gift for my 16th birthday, bought it from my grandmother and then gave it to me so that I could drive to school so that she didn't have to worry about that anymore. Shout out single mom. Shout out Tammy, who I don't think listens to this because it's too dirty for her. But yeah, so my car is that old, which also means that there's like still a stain on the like sun mirror from where my high school boyfriend had like run his fingers through his dyed hair from our like high school production before I professed my love to him, and that's like still there. And there's like a cigarette burn from my aunt driving the car when she wasn't supposed to, and it was still my grandma's. And like,
oh no!
So I don't know. Maybe I'll die in that car. That's always been my feeling. But I love that car. I'll spend all my time in that car. If that's how I go, that's how I go. I hope that means that car is going to live until I'm 80. But
you
we'll
did
see.
imply it's going to outlive you.
Look, Toyotas are made to last. I'm still driving that car and it's
Built
20
phone.
years old, you know? Like, I can't believe how long I talked about this. But here we are.
We also went on a tangent. I was like, I'm sorry, Marcy, that I took us on the SpongeBob tangent.
It's also a shorter game, so I'm not super worried that, like, you know, if I was that worried, I'd drive us forward. I probably wouldn't have dwelled so long on the
Drive us forward
stains
is
in my
just
car.
so dark now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Marcy.
I do feel like I'm marching towards
This is
Oh, it's
why I
fine, it's
can't
fine, it's
share
fine.
my brain with anyone. Look, I'm a safe driver. I've never been in a car accident other than like a very minor fender bender when I had that same high school boyfriend in the car when I wasn't supposed to be with him in a bookstore parking lot, and somebody tried to sneak behind me and I hit them, and then they screamed at me and drove off. But that's the only car accident I've ever
Drove
been in.
off?
Gosh.
Yeah, they drove off. They were like, "We have your license plate," and they drove off. So then I had to call the police and be like, "Hello, this is what happened. Please don't let them say that I left the scene because I didn't leave the scene." And I'm like sobbing. And then I'm also trying to figure out how to frame the story so that my dear mother doesn't know that this boy was with me. And like, Tammy knew. Tammy was like, Wade was there.
Honestly, so iconic of Tammy.
It's so, yeah, I really thought I was like on some good girl sneaking around shit. And like, I'm sure there were a couple times where I got away with something, but there were more times that I did not.
This is always so funny when we talk about stuff like this because I feel like I definitely give more impish, but like I never snuck out, never said I was going to be somewhere that I was. Like I just like, it gave me so much paranoia to the point that like one time I did go to a concert with friends in high school and my parents like were like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm at this Taco Bell after the concert. It's here." And they pulled up and they were like, "Oh, you really are here?" And I was like, "Yep." And I was like, "We're all crazy in this situation." But
honestly, iconic.
Yeah, I just like, I give imp, but secretly I am a goody two shoes rule follower. Unfortunately.
Once I was at that boy's house when I was not supposed to be at that boy's house and stayed for so long before I had to get home that I got home in under 3 minutes, which is also probably why I think I'm gonna die in a car.
No.
Shout out to
Oh my
Carl. He
gosh.
didn't live that far away.
Okay, all right.
Like he could rollerblade to my house if he wanted to. He probably shouldn't have, but he definitely did. Anyway,
That's insane.
sorry.
Marcy, I invite you to go next.
Please.
If you would like.
Okay, I don't have a secret hunch. I guess the more realistic thing, which is since this question is so dark, is that I guess when I was growing up, I always thought I was going to die young. And it was just one of those like weird things. And now that I'm like getting older, I'm like, I'm going to live fucking forever.
What if
I
we
feel
live?
like. Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, I have to live all this life now. And I'm just sort of like, I'm just feel like I'm going to just outlive all these people. And that is it. But I mean, I would like, because I read a lot of webtoons. I mean, if Truck-kun came,
Period.
and then I go and be the Duchess of some weirdly named, German empire, based on something that the Koreans came up with, I'm okay with it.
Okay, we have to explain for Claire. Claire, have you heard of isekai?
I know what isekaiing is, or being isekai'd is.
Yes. So,
Was that the original?
Well, no, it's like usually in the whole subgenre of like, I married the villain's angelic arch like stepbrother or something. Like the trigger is that they're hit by a truck so often and so repeated that the truck is now a character that fans lovingly call Truck-kun, even though it's Korean, not Japanese. So yeah,
Of course, yes.
of course,
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
logically.
So, Marcy, when did you become a fae princess? Marcy's gonna live forever. That tracks to me. Like,
Yeah,
like magic
you
powers.
definitely give like an eternal vibe.
Oh
I have to
boy.
say.
All right. I'm into it. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be a fairy queen duchess person. And maybe it's a reverse harem. Maybe it's a R19 comic. I don't know.
What?
I don't get to decide.
What was the second one?
R19. Which is usually the rating.
This is my blind spot. This situation is my blind spot.
Lock in.
Yeah, R19 is just usually the ones that are naughty. That actually has like sex in it and stuff. It's
That's
explicit.
the smut we love.
Yeah.
Kanisha, how are you gonna die? Marcy's not gonna die. I'm gonna kill us all, apparently. But
I will say, for the record, I was recently in a car with Claire, and I did not feel my life was endangered by Claire.
Thank you for saying that. That's so kind.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience.
I'm gonna cut that and just send that part to my mom.
Be like, here's what we talked about on our podcast. She's gonna be like,
were you holding Kanisha at gunpoint to get her to say that? Like,
oopsie.
Tell me I'm a good driver.
Oh God, I actually don't like thinking about this.
Should we skip it?
No, I can answer this question because now we've already been talking about it. I don't know that I have a secret hunch because I literally just think every scenario I'm going to die. But
so fair.
I think it's so sad. I love films. I am very paranoid about movie theaters. And to be even more specific, movie theater bathrooms for some reason. Public bathrooms, just about anywhere else, are fine. But movie theater bathrooms are so creepy to me. I don't know why. I think it's because like all the foot traffic. And for some reason, I've noticed that they're always like slightly darker than public restrooms in other places. And there's so many stalls. So I'm just like, anyone could be hiding out in here. I don't know. It's strange. I feel strange about movie theaters. It's like to the point that like I keep my eyes on the exit signs like periodically throughout movies. But I worked at a movie theater.
Hell
and
yeah,
like
same.
Cleaning. Okay, yeah. So we're all here. So like cleaning.
Okay.
Oh my God. Wait, that's so cute. So like cleaning afterwards, you guys know, like it's just like you're by yourself in there. And especially like I would always avoid going into the theaters where a horror movie or even just like a tense, dark movie had just played. The credits made me paranoid. And I think there was a time where I had to sweep the floors after like the new Grinch. And for some reason, even those I was like, I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was like, ran down the aisles with the broom and like ran out. I was like, I'm done.
Okay, so now that we know how we all think we're gonna die,
Mm-hmm. I feel
let's
closer.
talk about a game that has. Oh, good. That is the point.
That is our goal. Yeah,
we have all
achieved it.
swept up popcorn and old hot dogs. You know.
Oh. What game are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about Error143. Would anyone like to read the Steam description? It's very short.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's fine. Error143. A bickering and bantering rivals to lovers visual novel where you fall in love after first hack.
Amazing.
This game was released on July 26, 2022, and is developed and published by Jenny Vi Pham, who is also still creating things in relation to this game that I suspect we will get into a little later.
Yes.
This game is free to play. It takes place over the course of 4 days, and then if you would like to, if you're enthralled, you can pay $5 to get day 5 as a DLC. There was not a content warning set like listed for this game. Does anyone have anything that they want to like call out as potentially triggering? Now that we've talked a bunch about death, not that they talk about death at all in this game, but
we should have saved that for the Date with Death episode.
I know. Well, alas.
Whoopsie. I can read the warnings from the itch page.
Oh, great. It wasn't on Steam.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this Steam. Warnings. Crossed out, we have warning. These nuts are on your face. Aha. Cussing. 2 exclams. Bad language. Frowny face. Fuck. Crossed out. Having feelings, maybe? 3 question marks. Fallen in love? 4 question marks. LOL simp. Playthroughs, fan art, reposts with credits, and fan edits are encouraged. Oh, so I guess that was all the warnings.
The warning is that sometimes they swear.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess it is.
That vibe is what the game is like.
Yeah, true. I wish there was like real warnings. Actually.
Correct.
Okay. Moving on, I guess.
Yeah, it's on Steam, but it's like at the very bottom.
Oh, I looked at the
thank you,
DLC
Marcy.
one, which
Okay.
is probably my error. Get it? Wow.
Your
Wow.
Error
All right.
143?
Yeah, let's talk about the mechanics. This is a visual novel.
Yeah.
How did folks play?
On my computer.
Same.
Yeah, I played on Mac.
I tried
have
to do it on my
specificity.
Steam Deck. Steam Deck said no, thank you. The hacking game was not conducive to the Steam Deck.
Okay. Yeah.
So the mechanics in this game, I wrote a couple things down. We can sort of dive into any of them if you would like. But so there's like sort of a couple of components. We've got the game itself is a pretty standard visual novel. You're clicking through, you're reading things, you're occasionally given some dialogue options. Then there is another component of the game that is like what I just referred to as like the hacking mini game. There are sort of 2 versions. One is more of like a Wordle situation, and the other is more like Hangman. And both of those, you're like trying to hack into people's computers, namely your love interest's computer, at least to start. And you're like in a hacking competition.
Yeah. The CTF or something.
Yeah.
I think
And
so.
then the only other like mechanic that I wanted to draw attention to is like character customization, and specifically that you can set your character name and set what it sounds like when he says your name.
Yes.
So like there are a ton of name options that this voice actor obviously went through and just like recorded saying sensually, and
Yes.
you could choose them. What did everyone choose?
I chose Marceline. Marcella. It was Marcella. But I don't know if you were going to get into it, but I think you could pay $25 to have your name spoken and be placed in the game.
What?
Yeah.
Did you find that on her Ko-Fi or something?
Yeah. Cause,
Oh my god.
That's
I was
insane.
Yeah, I think I read a comment and somebody was like, oh, I wish they said my name like this or something. And they said my name. And the developer was like, oh, if you pay $25, you can like get your name said, in a future update or something like that.
Kenesha and Claire are clearly under-researched about the depths of Error 143.
Look, there's a lot of supplemental content out in the world for fans of this game.
Yeah.
Spicy and otherwise, for sure. Yeah, so Claire was in there, so I just picked Claire because that felt easy. But also, like, his little voice going like, Claire. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It got me every time. I was like, ha!
Honestly, if it had been my actual name, I think I would have freaked out.
It was a little wild. I was a little like, oh.
Mhm.
I chose Kiara because it's close to my actual middle name, which is Kiara. But I wish I had picked something further away from my name once I started playing.
That's basically all that you need to know about how to play this game. Shall we get into world lore plot? Also, I think I'm just going to have us like sort of combine this idea with who are we romancing, because there is not, there's no option. You get one option, you play the game and you romance Micah, or you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So that I want to just put that out there right away, and now we can get into the world lore plot and characters. I think we maybe just like sort of move through the game a little bit here.
Because there's not really a lot of care. It's just you and Micah for the most part. And Skrunkly, right?
He is mentioned. Skrunkly is Micah's cat?
Yes.
Cat. Which there is a movie poster that he admits to having had made of Skrunkly, like Godzilla. And I was like, do I need to get that done of my cat?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Like,
for real.
Al deserves that.
I think for Al, it would be like laser eyes.
I was like, you need to find like a Jason Statham movie, and like, I just feel like that's Al's aura, maybe, but maybe not.
Al, God, I do love a Jason Statham reference. Sorry, this game we're talking about. Okay,
Whoops,
we meet.
We're back.
You start the game and you're taught how to do the hacking game, and then you're immediately doing it.
Yeah.
What did we think about the hacking game? Because you kick off with that competition that we mentioned, because that's sort of how you meet Micah, is that I think he basically has to beat you the first time you play the game. I'm sure there's a world where you can go back and type in the right thing at the beginning.
Yeah. I definitely, like, the first time I opened the game, I was like, oh, I suck at this game. And it was so frustrating to me. And I was like, am I going to suck the whole game? So I didn't get it. I like it now that I, like, see how it worked in this story. I'm like, oh, okay. But at the beginning, I just felt so, like, my pride was bruised. I was like, what the heck?
Well, especially because you are like getting a master's in computer science. It's extra funny.
I do want to mention that, but yes.
I'm sorry. I can cut that.
No,
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Not for any serious reason, but more just like, I don't want to overstate my, like, what I can do, my knowledge. But yeah, I was like, I should be able to do this. And then I was like, ow.
Yeah, I think because like it was like, oh, you get to practice, and I was like, or something like that in the beginning, and this is how it works, and I'm like, okay, and then it's like you're in the game, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just was like sort of jarring because I actually recorded myself playing a game, and later I looked into the settings and it had streamer mode, and I was like, oh. I just recorded like 2.5 hours, and I didn't know streamer mode was a thing in this game.
I wonder what it is, if it's just copywritten music. I don't think he's like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Images are that spicy.
Wait, let's do this in a structured way. Let's talk about the settings and features that are available when you open up this game.
A bajillion save slots, which we love.
Yes.
They're called prefs. When you're actually playing in the game.
Great.
You can do Windows full screen. In terms of accessibility, you have video chat auto forward, which I actually liked. I know that's like a thing you can do in other games, but I like that like I could just like set it and not have to like do it per dialogue or whatever. Hacking hints, which I turned on at the beginning because again, I got mad. And then streamer mode that Marcy mentioned. Marcy, tell us all about streamer mode. What's the difference?
I do not know. I didn't, like I said, I'm so sorry. After I recorded 2.5 hours of it.
My last email, I did not.
I know. I was like, oh, you're right.
Yeah, I totally didn't. I was like, oh, I already finished recording this, so I can't like figure out what it was. And I was like, okay, well, maybe my next playthrough.
Maybe we'll like talk about it, and then you'll be like, oh, that was different, and then we'll find out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
And then we have some other things, like different skip options too, which I do like the variety because you can skip unseen text, which I'm confused about actually. And then skip after choices if you want to like keep moving through, and then you can skip transitions. So and you can toggle all of those, which I appreciate because to get through the last game we played, I did like turn on that feature to like do like a billion different runs, and I was able to skip everything I'd seen before, and I was like, okay, that helps.
Which I assume that's what unseen actually means in this case.
Yeah, the fact that it's called unseen is like
it should
puzzling.
be skip already seen.
Skip scene dialogue.
Maybe it's skip to unseen.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's nitpicky of me. Okay, but yeah.
Well, what are we here for if not to get into it? What was the structure you had suggested? That was it. We did that part of the structure.
Mm.
I would like to take a moment to have us describe Micah together, because Micah is supposed to be just a human man, no?
I think so, yes.
We going to talk about how this human man has a forked tongue, fangs, and golden eyes?
I just assumed he's into body modification.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like trying to I want to be so clear that I did get Twitter pated by this man, but also was rolling my eyes a lot.
I like, especially for like when you
Marcy's jaw
first,
dropped.
especially for when you first start playing, I was like, this dialogue is giving me For the Discord Kittens, which I didn't love. I was like, I can't. I'm a little too old, and I don't like this, and I don't like some of the implications.
His birthday at one point.
I gasped. I actually screamed.
So, Marcy, he was born on February 2nd, 2000.
Oh, boy.
Boy, indeed.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know why I did not get that dialogue, but
I think it's the very beginning of the DLC actually, is where he's like, yeah, here's my birthday. Okay. Like, and I was like,
I literally I jumped. I was like, oh, horrific.
Not the jump scare. I was like 5 years younger, actually, I guess isn't that bad, but the 2000s birthday really got me. I was like, oh right, I'm an ancient crumbling shambling.
Crone.
Yeah. I need you to be born in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh my God, I was at a concert and one of the people in the band was born in the 1900s, and the like young lead singer was like, Donald was born in the 1900s, the era of Martin Luther King Jr. and cars. This guy remembers 9/11. And they all laughed, and I was like, maybe that's how I'm gonna die, actually.
Just from secondhand embarrassment or something.
just Gen Z looks at me and I crumble away.
Honestly fair. I'm fake too because I'm just doxing like so much about myself.
Well, I'll cut anything you want me to cut. This game is so fan fiction-y that I'm like, it's bringing up like a lot of stuff for me, I feel like.
Yeah, same here. I was gonna say my brother was born in 1999, so it's like, no, I grew up with someone who was so I don't know why I'm so shocked, but it's just like the 2000 flip is like, it's different.
Yeah. Oh man, that changes so much for me now.
Well, we can pretend we don't know that because you don't know that. And if you play the regular game, you have no idea how old this man is. And it does seem like you're supposed to be of a similar age. Like the way you talk to each other, you're very much like in it together.
Right. Well, I will say like some of the dialogue, because we kind of talked about like, have you had like a boyfriend, girlfriend before or whatever like that? Yeah. And like, they're both were like, no. I was like, really? Like how? How
These
have you
indoor
not?
Kids?
Okay, to be fair, if at the point of me being 24, honestly, still now, I still haven't had like, I've had exactly one boyfriend. It was in high school when I was 15, and we dated for maybe like 3 months, and never kissed. So like I mean, like I've had flings or things, but that part I was like, strange, but also other adults who haven't dated people. But that was at the point that I thought these characters were like a little older, but like them being 24 made that part even more plausible for me. But that's just based on my experience.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Now that I know their age, I'm like, okay, that makes more sense,
Yeah, so you hack Micah after he beats you in the hackathon. And then you're like hacking each other, and then he hacks you back and you start instant messaging. And then as you're instant messaging, it's like this whole interface on the screen that looks very like pastel version of AOL Instant Messenger. Or like a combination of AOL Instant Messenger and Discord, kind of. And then you have like a friends list. And there is like a hacking puzzle for every single person on that friends list, but I didn't do that. Did anybody do that?
I did.
Tell me everything.
I only did one. I actually, because you can add people, so I added you and Marcy. And,
oh my God, I added you. That's so funny. So I didn't understand how it worked though.
Oh my gosh. No, I added you, I added Marcy, I added my IRL best friend, and I think I played Marcy's puzzle, and I got it. I got it in like one. It was actually kind of crazy.
Yes.
And then I added someone I'm not friends with anymore so I could see what the block feature did. And that was fun.
What did it do?
They just went away, which was enough for me. I was like, yeah, I love that this is functional. Block.
What happened when you got the puzzles?
Nothing. It just like, it was like, yay, good job. And then it went away.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe if like for the built-in ones, maybe it would do something different, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wondered because there is like a section in the like the fake desktop within the game when you open it that like lets you open other people's files, but I was like, I didn't succeed at any of them, so
I'm still in here. I can crack it open at some point.
I did not turn on hacking hints though, so that's maybe my fault. But yeah. So you start talking, then he insists that you video call, which I honestly thought was a nice touch instead of having the whole game be, you know, text-based romance, which is like lovely. I love a romantic text message. But I also don't find Micah to be like necessarily the most inherently like romantic speaker. So like seeing him and hearing him felt better to me than like reading the instant messages.
Yeah. I will very much admit that I was like taken back a little bit. Cause like, I guess cause I'm sitting at my computer where I video call with people. So like to have it like actually happen, it felt like I actually was like blushing a little bit and was just like, oh my gosh, like it just felt more surreal than I expected it to. Cause like I played A Date with Death and it's text space, but to have them like actually talk to me was like a totally different experience. And like, just like I said, very surreal. And like some of the dialogue that I was saying out loud was like some of the dialogue, I guess my character was saying too. And I was just like, oh, okay, let me repeat that again.
It was so much more cringe. Like I have also played A Date with Death. I love it a lot. But I think it was like, I don't want to compare them unnecessarily, but I will say I just had less of a cringe because it wasn't voice acted. So it's just like, oh, okay, just on screen, like da 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 da. I'm playing a game, but like, whereas that interaction was like, what? Like this person is using this like very sensual voice to talk to me, and I'm like, what?
And they're on the screen, and it looks like a voice call, and like the sprite blinks. Or
I turned on animated sprites
and,
too.
Like, that part was what sent me was like the very first moment when the video call opens up, and he's there and sitting and blinking, and then you like hear the voice, and I'm like, oh no, am I on camera? Like I had the moment where I was like, am I in a call? Like, and it's like, no, Claire, you're playing a video game. You're gonna be okay, sweetie. Like,
yeah.
Talking about it this way almost makes you feel like dystopian. I mean, we are in a dystopia, but a little bit even more dystopian. And I'm just like, my interactions with this cyber character. But continue.
Then he had a forked tongue, and I was like, what?
Yeah. Honestly, so much was going on that I had to brush.
Eyebrows and hairline.
I had to move right past. You know, I was like, sure. All right. Yep.
I was like, what possible reason could that be? What? Okay. What? So then there's 4 days. One of the first day, he asks you like what you want, what like you're like. He asks about food and then sends you that food at one point. There are like a couple get to know you benchmarks that happen. And this felt more real to me than I wanted to give it credit for. But when he's like pressing you about what you want, I don't even know if it's like what you want in a relationship, or like you basically end up confessing to him that you think it'd be really romantic if someone showed up at your window. And but like in kind of like a stalker way where you're like, I actually like am into someone coming here that is and like professing themselves to me, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say so much of their interactions feels real to me in a bad way.
Yeah.
We'll get into it later. But that exact moment happened to me.
Keep taking us forward, Kanisha. I'm floundering.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we want to talk, yeah.
Let's talk about it. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, like, the Discord, like, to me, like, it immediately struck me as, like, this is fantasy about someone who's had an online relationship in this way, probably as a young person. I just don't like the way it's being presented to me. Like, I'm very uncomfortable. And then to have the player character, like, say these very enthusiastic things about, like, stalk me. I was just like, what's happening? I don't know. It made me uncomfortable. And that was just my initial reaction. I'm sure there's, like, more throughout the game as you move along the days, which it being 4 is, like, so batshit insane. But, like, yeah.
Also, yeah, they don't know each other. They know each other for 1 minute, and then it's like and I was like, wow, this is really like, wow, I just buffered there. It feels to me, in some ways, almost like it's going for like a modern, like Bonnie and Clyde situation where it's like high intensity, really fast. You're in love. We're going. This is what our life is going to be now. We're in it. This is it. This is us. This is real. And like that is how love feels sometimes, where it's like all of a sudden you're in it. But I definitely relate to the like, I am actively trying to fight my like shame around cringe stuff in my life because I think being ashamed of cringe hinders us from feeling joy, and a lot of the times is used in like a patriarchal way where it's like, what the fuck do you mean I'm cringe? Like, I'm feeling my feelings. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But this game, I cringed a lot. I did cringe a lot. Cringe a lot. It's oftentimes we're calling him like bruh and bro, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm like, why am I calling this boy I want to sleep with bro?
Yeah.
Also, like the content warning starting with D's nuts, like that tells you where it's like coming from. And like, again, it's not a bad thing. It's just a very specific flavor of game. And that game, it feels like fan service. It feels like fan fiction in a game. And I'm not necessarily mad at it because I do think the voice acting was done so well that like I did blush. Like I was like, oh. But I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Kanisha, because I do think that's Discord kitten is gonna live in my head now for a while, which is I've never heard that before.
Really? I feel like it's just like a what? Oh God, I don't like how online I am. But well, I'll send you some memes later.
Yeah, definitely do. I feel like to me it reminds me of like e-girls. It's giving like corpses. E-girls are ruining my life.
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a meme of like adult men like talking to minor women or girls talking adult men talking to girls and like Discord and like those kinds of romances. I will send you memes. But yeah, so yeah, when I evoke it, I mean in like a very particular like positionality to each other.
Yeah, it's so that makes me like the way like for me, I played this entire game as though I was older than this boy, right? Like, so like my whole experience in this game was like giving cougar to myself, I guess, on accident, which I'm just realizing now, which was a different, like, it was a different kind of fun for me, right? Like, and I'm like, oh, if I'm, 16 playing this, I get the Discord kitten vibe.
Yeah. Or I feel like too, like, it's a certain form of projection, right? Like I was kind of surprised to find that they were, it seems implied, the exact same age, or at least really, really close. I think I did, like, as I kept playing, feel like they were of similar age, but I did always get the sense that they were like a little young. Me, I was uncomfortable romancing Micah because I am older. Yeah. And so I was like, I get the sense that you were not my age.
Yeah.
But the characters in their relation to each other, I guess because of my, like, I don't know, like the things that I automatically related it to, like I automatically was like, this feels young. Like it feels like my character is younger, or like, the structure of these interactions are falling really well into this kind of phenomenon that I've seen. Or yeah.
I want to adapt my statement of saying that I felt like I played it like a cougar in the sense that in that way where when you're a woman and you're 1 to 2 years older than the person you're dating, you're like, I'm a cougar. That is the feeling that I had, to be clear. I did not feel like I was playing a 30-year-old woman. I felt like I was playing like a 26-year-old woman being like, oh my God, this 24-year-old.
No, I feel you. Also,
bro,
Marcy, join. I feel like
please,
we keep going back and forth, please.
Yeah, I was even going to say, since you were kind of talking about day to day, I didn't know if you want to talk about the endings you get on day one, if you like play the right or wrong way.
Yeah, wait, you take that one away, Marcy. Tell it to him. Tell it to him. I also went back and replayed that to see what would happen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so there are, since we were talking about day one does give you two distinct options that you're supposed to play, or the way you respond to things. So one of the first ones is another hacking game, basically, where you and Micah kind of egg each other on, and Micah was like, okay, let's go on, do it again. Of course, like the first time I failed it. But of course, he tells you what it's supposed to be afterwards. Once you get that hacking game and you get it properly, the message in that hacking game is marry me. And if you do that and finish the hacking game, you find out that he has bought an island for $5 million, or a venue for $5 million, and you guys are getting married. And I'm like, what?
That is
for real. Like, for real.
That shit.
What?
It's wild.
I knew it was something crazy when I did, because I did the game and I was like, oh, it's clearly marry me. But then, like, that is what happened.
Yeah, because you're also both extremely proficient hackers. So I guess you just also have stolen. Micah's certainly stolen a bunch of money from somewhere and just has it and is like, I'm also like, what?
Your identity? Like, very obviously, but like, whoa.
So, like, he buys this venue because, like, he doesn't, after you get married here, he doesn't want anybody else to get married at your marriage spot. And then it's yours forever. And then you're like, well, what's next? And he was like, obviously a honeymoon. I bought an island or something like that.
Yeah, he did buy an island.
Yeah. And I was like, is he a billionaire? Is he one of the 1%ers? Like, what is happening here?
He's not a billionaire. He's got to be a multimillionaire. He would never be a billionaire. If he's this much fan service, he gives everything away over $1 billion, right?
Right.
Our ethical king.
So, he buys an island for your honeymoon, and you get married.
and then it's over.
It's over.
Amazing.
That's an ending.
So fast.
Day one.
Yeah, a lot of this is a lot of fast in this.
I think for me to like reconcile this, because I love a fast love story, to be totally honest. Like I'm pro love at first sight, all these things. But like I do think it is important in my head to be like, this hacker and I have been rivals for a long time. I want to imagine that this person and I have been rivals for at least a year of like constantly getting beaten by them in these moments. And then finally being like, I'm going to hack you. And then them being like, I'm going to hack you. Like, I want to believe that there is nothing in the game that indicates this, to be so clear. But in my mind, I want to imagine that because Rivals to Lovers in 5 days is it Rivals to Lovers at that point?
Yeah. It's like, have you been rivals long enough? But I also get it. I being bested, I would definitely remember like someone who bested me. And my suspicion is that they saw each other in person. Like they knew so I think there was like some attraction. They like see the results, see who it is, and they're like, okay, locked and loaded. I've definitely gone to like a conference or something and like search someone up afterward if they like said something, or like I met, You know what I'm saying? So like that, I'm like,
Right.
okay, I kind of get. I don't know. I guess for me personally, I'm just learning that like I actually really love the slow burn, like more than I thought I did. Because I was like,
Yeah.
where's the tension? Where is the, like I don't know.
Right.
But their
Yeah.
dynamic is cute. Not to say it's not cute. Yeah.
Right. I definitely felt like how the way I felt like the game was is that he came in love with her or your character. So he came in love. Like I feel like he's all I mean, obviously he already knew your address that day. So like I feel like he's been stalking you forever. And you haven't because I think we're the rivals. We're the ones thinking we're rivals, and he's like, "Oh, my kitten. We're playing this little game. My Discord kitten. I don't know."
Cat and mouse, but you are also a kitten.
Literally. Oh, there's a mouse in the background of his room too, so that actually like makes a lot more sense.
He wants to be the mouse.
Yeah. Cause I remember one of the dialogues when you first like see him in a video call, which is the one I picked, was like, "Oh God, he's hot."
That is what I picked as well.
Oh
yeah,
we're all here.
He is hot.
Yeah,
like he is hot.
Yeah.
He's hot. His voice is great. Like I get why this character is beloved by so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I was going to say the second ending that day, on day one, you can get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, there's a dialogue option where, basically you can be like, ha 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 ha, you stalker. And he asks you, no, seriously, I would like to consensually stalk you. Because consent is sexy.
Period.
Even with stalking.
Yes.
And,
especially with stalking.
Especially with stalking. And
shout out to Sawyer.
And you kind of have to be like either, and it says next to it serious, and I'm like, okay. And so you can
I do like when games tell you that.
Right. And so you pick an option where you're kind of like, okay, seriously, this is creeping me out. And pretty much the game ends, and it's kind of like him like, okay, I didn't mean to like do that, and you know what, I'm gonna back off. And he backs the fuck off immediately, but you get to see him talk to himself a little bit on the camera, saying like, oh, I thought I found somebody who really connected with me, and that sort of thing. Like he's just really sad that it didn't really work out the way he thought he did. So that's the second ending you can get day one if you want.
That one I did not see. That's wild.
I thought about clicking it, but then I was like, this feels bad. Or not bad, but I was just like, I sense a dark cloud. So apparently it says like you pretty much never talk to him again. You can't get into the app, like nothing like that. So it is truly over. He truly respected your boundaries. So
he respects your boundaries and blocks you.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, I changed my mind. So I guess some choices do really matter.
Yes.
I felt like a lot of the dialogue choices didn't necessarily matter, but I do feel like they tipped their hand when they would.
Yeah. I noticed a bit more so like playing the DLC than like in the actual main game, where it was just like you get options to be earnest versus like more flirtatious or like even sarcastic. And like I think that I liked having those different paths. It did feel like it kind of shaped the development of the relationship. I don't know to what end because I'm still playing it, but I was waffling between like a flirtatious path in the beginning and a more earnest path, and I kind of like went back after choosing earnestness and went flirtatious. And it was interesting, like the complete and total vibe shift that I felt. Also, one feature I forgot to mention is that I like, not all visual novels do this, but I like to call it out. I like when there's a back feature just sitting right there. That's very nice. Like, thank you. Like, you just want to read. Like, come on. Like, don't be mean.
I didn't mean to pick that choice. Let me pick a different one.
Exactly. Thanks for keeping the stakes low. I forgot what we were talking about.
Success. What is it? Did we have fun?
I had a ton of fun. I think maybe I might have had maybe a different experience than you two, because I didn't feel, I guess like I wasn't, I know I'm like a bit older than you guys. You might call me an elder millennial, but I just took the game as it was, I guess, at the time when I was playing it. Like, I didn't really think about like, I'm preying on this guy who has his frontal lobe isn't developed yet. I didn't think about that.
Oh.
I didn't think about
No, he's 25.
Yeah.
His frontal lobe is developed.
it just developed.
He
though.
did it.
It just developed.
It just solidified in his brain.
Just now this year, in February. So yeah, there's that. 8 months ago. I'm great. It's great, you know?
Oh, I guess based on when the game was released, yeah, he's supposed to be 22.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of just went with it as is, and I just had a really just good time, I guess because it was my first, like I said, I just had such a great time because like I said, I recorded it, so I talked those lines out loud to him.
Hell
like
yeah.
I didn't like
Ooh.
there was no like reading. I was really talking to him, and it just felt really surreal like doing it. And it just felt sort of like, oh, I'm like having this conversation with this boy, and it's just so like, I don't know. It was very, I guess, a little cringy, but like, it was very much like fun. Like, it was just this fun little thing that I kind of got to do that I've never experienced with gaming, particularly. I've never experienced something like that before. So it was just really like just refreshing to kind of like have this new sort of mechanic come away. And I'm like, I want to do more FaceTime games and see how I like it, because it was just like really fun. But yeah, I really did enjoy Micah as a character. Like you said, some of the things he said was very like, I'm like, oh gosh, nope, not gonna think about it.
Yeah.
But some other things I just really liked. He just was a very charming character overall.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that a lot, Marcy. And you bring up an excellent point, because I just like, that is true. This would be such a fun game to like stream or like play live, and you're like actually talking through it. Because yeah, it's very unique in the way that, or I don't know, I feel like it's unique for a visual novel in the way that it presents that. So I definitely agree with that. I think it's hard because this is a very, very, very lovable character. Especially like, I don't know if it's I hate when I do this. This is the one part about like buying all the DLCs and going right into them, is that I can't remember like which is main game and which is DLC. But I think he might mention this in the main game. First of all, this character is dark skinned. I assume I read him as black. I don't know.
Yeah, the creator on TikTok hashtagged Black Ban or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Their thing, and I was like, oh, okay, because I wanted to play this for Black History Month last year, and I was like, I don't know if he's black.
Yeah. And I had to Google it too. I was like, is the voice actor black? And he is. And he's actually like a very cool, like, I don't know, acclaimed, booked and busy work actor too. I was like, oh, his name's Corey Wilder. Or let me check bio. I don't know.
All of us Googling him right now.
It looks like Corey Wilder's pronouns are any.
Oh,
based on a tweet I see from July 18th, 2024. We love you, Corey.
We love you, Corey.
Yay, Corey.
We're non-binary.
Honestly, yeah, I think we're all huge Corey fans. Is what we learned.
So I really appreciate that, because, you know, especially for a lot of these games, unless you get the choice to choose the appearance of your romanceable character or characters, there's not a lot of romanceable dark skin characters out there, and especially someone as dark as Micah is. So it was really nice to have that experience. And something he says at some point is, he talks about like people assuming that he's dumb and not really being able to read when he's joking versus when like people he's dated who just have kind of been like, oh, yeah, you're dumb, you're silly, but I still want to date you, and being hurt by that. I just had a conversation with one of my friends, another Black woman, who, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there's a clip of like Lucy Dacus and Janelle Monáe, and they're having a conversation. Janelle's being very dry, and she's talking about, yeah, when I saw David Bowie, and Lucy Dacus is like, you saw him? And she's like, yeah, I traveled back in time to the 1970s. And Lucy Dacus looks like shocked, but like to some of us, like, it's very clear that Janelle's joking and being deadpan. But it was just like that idea of like hyper literalism when you're reading onto non-white people, and just like it for me, it was so important to have that conversation and be like, wait, this is something I felt but never could put into like clear and concise words. But it's like, it's easier for you to read onto me that I'm dumb or crazy rather than funny. And that is very annoying and very dehumanizing. And it helped me like kind of parse some interactions that I'd been struggling with before. And so to have that character, like to have Micah say that, was just like, I don't know, it just felt very reaffirming to me. Or like, I just really appreciated, because it was just like a level of thought that I wasn't really expecting clicking into this game. I was just like, oh, a romanceable character that happens to have darker skin versus like someone who's actually like, I don't know, talking about like these like nuances of the experience, which I thought was interesting. This was not an answer to success. What was it? And did I feel like
that's fine?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, Marcy, that was a very interesting point. Yes, Claire.
So again, translucent woman from Wisconsin. So like, you know, take everything with a grain of salt. But I feel like it's extra good then that the way that they table set this game is that like Micah is a literal genius, brilliant hacker. Like there's no argument that he has a subset of skills that are like very challenging and play to a high level of intelligence usually. And so I think it's just like the juxtaposition of being like, this is where you're coming in from, and he's still going to say these things, does feel like there's like thought put in there, at least in a meaningful way, maybe.
I think that's interesting too, because like it occurred to me, like I was just kind of playing it and I was like, oh, these are like two like okay equipped, like, you know, skill-wise hackers. I didn't read anything about being exceptional onto them, which is not a call out in any way, but I was just like, it's a different in perception too. Even though like obviously I think you would have to be. It makes more sense that he's exceptional if he has $5 million to buy an island that he probably stole.
But you didn't get that dialogue, right?
Yeah.
So it was like having the dialogue that he has a bunch of secret money. I was like, oh shit, he's like fully a hacker.
Yeah.
Like,
but I love that. Like, yeah, I love that connection though. That it's like, it doesn't really matter like what your skill level is, or like, you know, that you're still struggling with those thoughts, and that people of all exceptionalities or abilities or of darker skinned melanated experience are probably gonna be able to relate to that in some way, which I find interesting, because again, it seems, I don't want to veer too far, but I'm very curious about the creator of this game and its writing, and like, who did they have any outside help? Like, I'm just so curious about a lot of things.
Yeah, it's very curious.
Yeah, it looks like the credits of the game itself, Jenny is listed as the main writer, but there are 4 other contributing writers that I believe are like usernames, like Redubu, Maurina, Amelie, and Dodo, and then an entirely separate team of animators, artists, UI designer. Jenny was one of the programmers on the game, and then other sound designers, and then Corey being the only voice actor.
Interesting. Okay. It makes sense then. I mean, we can't assume the backgrounds of the contributing writers, but I'm like, I feel like like, I was just like, this is too detailed. Like, to have been the idea of one brain was my hunch.
Yeah, I wonder if it was sort of like, I guess because it is in English and both Corey and Jenny are people of color. I didn't know if like they were kind of pulling through, because I've experienced too where people like see me and they think I'm very one dimensional because like they don't see me as the same they might see like their peers who are might have, might be not a person of color. So I don't know if like it was something, because I've definitely fell under an umbrella of people who are like, oh, I just thought you were like really happy and cheery. I didn't know you had like, you can get sad sometime. And I was like, I'm a human being, sir. Like, I've had those experiences where people have like dehumanized me and made me like a cat, not really who I am, and made it seem like, oh, you're only this person. And I felt that a little bit when Micah was kind of talking about it, because sometimes you can fall into that area where people think you're just like, oh, you're all sarcasm and, charm. You're actually really dumb, aren't you? And you find out he's like this genius hacker because you didn't take like 2 minutes to find anything deeper about this character, which I feel like a lot of people do fall under a lot of times, like coworkers and stuff. Not like, your friends
in
that
a
you do podcasts
way.
with,
Yeah.
but
Yes, exactly.
But like
I get it. Everyone is attacking me. I hate you both. You're not allowed to be anything other than character. No. Oh my god.
I know you're joking.
Can you imagine? No, oh my god. Me sitting here like, how do I make sure that I'm making enough space for these two Black women to talk about their experience, because I want to make sure that they have ample voice.
Claire said, how do I make it about me? Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, to be
you
so
set me
clear,
up.
I'm cutting all of that. I'm cutting. I'm going to cut this to be a very thoughtful conversation and then put it a little bit earlier so that we didn't wait until success to get there.
Whoopsie.
No. It's sometimes you got to like find what the conversation is about a game.
Yeah.
And I think like, and I think this conversation opened my eyes a little bit more to the fact that like there is a larger dialogue about like character and how we characterize ourselves when we're meeting people, and how we like, I often make the joke that I am a parody of myself in some situations. And I think that like that is something so real, especially when you're like first getting to know someone or when you're like first romancing them, and then to like have those moments, which I do think the DLC is basically seemingly about exploring a little bit more depth and like getting to know him as a character more. And so they sort of like tease that with those interactions. And I like hadn't really, because Marcy, like you, I booted up the game one day and was just like, let's just lock in and see what this like goofy game and this little cutie is about and like whatever. And then, it's always when people become vulnerable to you and humanize both themselves and you humanize them and all these things where you're like, oh, right, we're all whole, complete, three-dimensional. Even these pixelated paramours are whole, complete, three-dimensional humans in the world that we imagine them in. Yeah. And like, I love when dating sims do that, because I'm like, you're right. Like, even a game that I very much have described as very fan servicey, very fan fiction-y, like having those moments of vulnerability for me is like why we play these games, is to see when those moments are going to bleed through whatever the veneer of the game is, whatever the conceit of the game is.
Do we want to talk about the main ending of the game?
Yeah. I was like, there's more ending? And I was like, that's the only one I got, and I still forgot.
It's so funny.
Marcy, you want to hit us with it?
Yeah. So, we basically, so is it day 3 that we kind of have this really like warm, he sings a song to you and basically confesses his feelings.
I forgot about the song.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's cute.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's so cute.
Yeah,
you're
it's very
totally
cute. And like you guys kind of like come to this consensus that we both like each other, and you don't hear from him the next day whatsoever. like
Mhm.
at all. And it's like, what is happening? And then the next day he's back. He's back online, and Micah is Claire, no, don't. If you do, for the people who are listening, I mean, everybody's listening, but like Claire's already has her head in her hands because
just go.
Yes,
just keep going.
It's what it is.
Ignore me.
But basically,
I loved it, honestly, but that's my toxic trait.
It's a jump scare at first. I will fully admit it jump scared me. I did not enjoy some of that. But like. So at the end, he finally starts talking to you, and basically he promises to give you like this plushie. It was called what did it call? It called something weird, and I was like,
Stuffy.
And
which
I was
hated.
like, what is a stuffy?
You guys don't say stuffy?
Oh,
No, I thought it was something very perverted. I was like, what is a stuffy?
Mercy.
Okay, Marcy, you're onto something, because don't some people call it like erections a stiffy sometimes? Like,
yeah,
that is like an 80s word for an erection. Yeah, that is like
not
a word
me
from
aging myself.
1982.
Sorry, I'm John Hughes. But
Hey, okay, who amongst us was not Breakfast Club pilled? You know?
yeah. Okay, but you're onto something. I'm just saying, Marcy, I get it. I knew when he said stuffy, I was like, okay, you're just using the cringe word for stuffed animal. But I pick up what you were putting down.
Is that the cringe word? I just thought that was like like a childish word.
My bad.
Yeah,
perhaps
like,
childish word. It made me cringe.
right. I was like, everybody calls it a plushie. Plushie is a great word that we all
plushie.
collectively use.
Yes.
I've never used the word stuffy.
Some of us don't use plushie.
Or we could just say stuffed animal.
I really regret to reveal that I have probably used stuffy in my life more than plushie.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
No judgment, actually. That's totally normal, Claire. You're right. Yes.
Well, it was normal.
It is normal.
In my community.
I'm weird for being shocked. It's normal.
Well, no, I think I'm weird statistically in this call. But
Statistically in this call.
I'm just
not weird, just different. Go ahead, Marcy. Sorry.
I just never heard it be called a stuffy. And I was like, what is happening? What is a stuffy?
Ayo?
Why? Like, I mean, I understand why he would give me a stuffy, but like,
Even saying it that way, dude. Like, even saying it that way.
why does it sound like the Hitachi magic wand is going to show up on our doorstep when it's like...
Sorry.
Jump scare. Lots of jump scares this game.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. So he eventually tells you to, as I'm going to call back to what Claire talked about, our fantasy of being stalked.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. I was comparing it to Twilight when Edward was watching Bella sleep. Like, that's the only thing.
It is Twilight coded.
Yeah. And I was like, what? So you look out the window and he's there. And it was a jump scare. Yeah. And like, it was too much. It was too much at the time. And she's like your character is so excited. And Micah's like, hey, what's up? And like, you have like a full-on conversation. Do not let that boy in your house. You do not at all until like later. But yeah, that's how the game.
You do not at all is generous.
Yeah.
Very.
It takes him like 5 minutes to talk his way into your home.
Yeah. And he does have the stuffy for you. Maybe in more ways than one, you know? I don't know. I never played the DLC.
Let me tell you, he does. Definitely in more ways than one.
Tell us everything.
Oh, no. I was just like, keep going, Mercy. Keep going.
Yeah, that's basically the end of it.
Yeah, the free game... The free game really does end with him being at your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're married. No.
Maybe.
Okay.
He bought that island, right? Like, that just exists. That's his plan for eventually.
Someone out there, yeah. The island is out there. Listen, the details of the proposal ending, like, just put so much more into perspective, because he does have like little possessive moments here and there in the dialogue, and now I'm like, oh, you're dead ass. Like, I'm still playing day 5, and he just said something like, I'm never gonna let anyone play romantic music around you ever again. And that hit me different now than at the beginning of this call.
Not the let.
Exactly.
Not the let.
I was like, you mean that? Like, I'm not going to be listening to any romantic music.
Does everybody remember when there was so much dialogue about Machine Gun Kelly giving Megan Fox a ring that would hurt her to take off?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
It reminds me of that a little bit. Like, Micah, are you a problem, actually? Are you actually a problem?
Yeah, that would make me angry. I mean, to some degree, sometimes when it's funny or interesting, I'm like, okay, a little like, like being a little submissive here and there, like, that's, funny, okay, or like hot.
Do we mean submissive or do we mean possessive?
I mean submissive, like, as a player character, as a person.
Oh, okay, got it.
I get it, but like all the time dealing with possessiveness from someone I'm romancing, I don't know. Makes me a little. It needs to be in like certain contexts, not to problematize like super much Micah in particular, but it just made me think. I was like, oh, you're not playing.
Yeah, because he does say a couple of lines of like, I want to be the only one you tell that you hate, or something like that. Because we say it so much to him about like, oh, I just hate you. I hate you. He's like, it sounds like a love confession to me. Like, it really like is a dialogue that you two share in a very romantic way, I guess.
Which I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
But
yeah. That's giving banter.
I was blind. No, I'm just kidding. It is giving banter.
What does anyone have other like things we want to talk about for the game, or should we start to get into ratings?
Do we want to talk about the author and the other part of the game that she has on like Twitter?
Would you like to report out, Marcy, on your
Tell us some things.
Experience doing this deep dive?
Well, whoa. I was trying to think of a innuendo, because oh boy, Jenny
was the internet stuffied with content?
Oh
yes. So Jenny has a lot of if you go into Twitter, if you don't have anything blocked, you can look at adult content on Twitter. There are uncensored pictures, I will say that, of what she's looking for I think in next July-ish, she's going to be releasing different versions of the game again. Because I know there was I almost signed up for it back in August. There was a like test play for days 1 through 7, because I think she's re-releasing a game or something like that, or maybe a new version of the game. But yeah, it's definitely like an very R-rated version of like Micah and the things like she's trying to do. She's definitely seems like she's showing a lot of sensual scenes, but if Claire's face and maybe there's definitely some uncensored things if you were willing to venture that way. And definitely she's planning to release it like next year.
Here's what I can report out on the existing R34 DLC, which I did play through. As I guess a precursor to what we'll be seeing in days 1 through 7, after I finished the main game, it took me back to the home screen, and it said, hold on, let me save. Let me just literally go back and tell you exactly what it says. NSFW start. And so I click that because I'm like, obviously, I want to know what that means. And then I'm taken to a picture of Micah with his parka on and nothing else, and his erect penis. And,
what?
Yes. And what? Yes. And he has like you know the wired like Apple headphones, and one is in, but one is like around his body and like goes to the tip of his erect penis, such that it looks as if he might be ejaculating. And you do get this one image the whole time where you're basically having video sex. Yeah. And like, it is also fully voice acted. So we do hear some moaning and some this and that and the other. And yeah, it was an interesting experience.
Okay, but be so for real right now. Was it good? Was it hot? How'd we do?
I can't lie to you. It was pretty hot. I have to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I have to be honest.
Well, because I gotta decide if I'm gonna go play that or not.
You should play it. I do recommend.
Great.
I see the developer describes the content like, this whole DLC is a masturbation scene.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That is actually so accurate. Yes.
Oh. I really had only played the part of the DLC where he's telling us about his life and his friend Caspian.
Well, it's the second.
So funny.
Like, there's day 5, but then there's another DLC called Error143 R34, and that is the
what? Where is that?
I don't know, on Steam.
It's on Steam, yes.
Wow, that is exactly what that says. That's wild.
Wait, there's another one? What is Error143 sleeping? That's for loot. Okay, you know what?
Wait, what?
Let's circle back to the whole thing about all these different parts. Because, yeah, there's so many different parts. And I did, like, when I Googled, like, Error143, I was kind of, like, looking for, like, controversy or discussion about the game just to get more background. And there was, like, I don't know. I feel like there have been arguments about it being, like, exploitative to, like, people, like, you know, to its fans, because, like, there's all these different little DLCs and parts and, like, more parts coming that is, like, if you want more Micah, pay this, and there's a Patreon. But at the same time, also, like, creators should get paid for their work.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. It's like a delicate balance of a conversation.
Also, if you want more Micah and you don't want to pay, she does have 4 fan fictions about him that she wrote and published on AO3.
Yes. And there's her Instagram. It's all there.
Yeah, it basically is also that.
So, you know, it's like, I get what you're saying, but it's also like, I don't know. Like, it's okay. If you really love the game, you love Micah, you love learning more about him, like, I think it's okay to pay $6 for the experience of, like, getting to interact with him more, maybe.
Wait, so you're telling me day 5 is not the DLC that I want?
It's not the spicy one.
Wow. I think we had fun.
Yeah.
Is the consensus.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
For better or worse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I had a lot of thoughts, but I also had a lot of fun.
And in health.
Oh, God.
As long as we all shall live. Get it? Because he wants to marry us.
Oh, yeah.
Ratings. All right. Hello. Marcy, here on Date With Us, we do 3 different ratings. We do a spice rating for obvious reasons. We do a romance rating because romance and spice are different. And then we take a page out of our No Small Games Girlies book where we rate on a scale of ourselves, understanding that, like, you know, you've listened to the conversation this far. We will give you a number rating because it's sometimes helpful, but know that these are very much personal and not based on a rubric that we have. These are vibes for this moment, for this day. Spice, I think, is very dependent on which DLC you play.
I don't, like, I guess, like, if base game, because that's all I've played, I would say there was flirting. I don't know if there was necessarily spice level. I will say I do have a very particular kink, which is voice kink. I love his voice so much. Like, it is just very, it is just, it's there. Like, for me, even without everything, I would still probably give it like a 6 or 7 for spice, just because of his voice and how he says things.
Whoa.
That is just, that, like I said, it is Marcy having,
I love this,
a spice. Like, this is probably why I like I mean, I know you haven't played these games. Like, I love Fenris' voice in Dragon Age 2 and Garrett's voice in Mass Effect. Like, those were things that made me romance those characters because I really like their voice and I really like Micah's voice. So, yeah, I'm really feeling that for me.
Mm-hmm. Just Space Game? Yeah, I'll keep all my ratings to Just Space Game. I would give it... I think I would give it like a 4 to 5.
I was thinking 4.
Let me see where I want to land. I think 4 is okay. I'll give it a 5. Because like the voice, it's all about his voice, and it is very like it's so dripping with sensuality in the performance to the point that I turned it down. I was sitting there with my dog Kiwi and some stuff. The Kiwi things. I was like, I can't, Kiwi, you're too young for this. Like, it was a lot. And there is that one quote unquote virus he sends to your computer where it's just like a nude, a tasteful nude of him all over your screen. Yeah, it's not like the super spiciest the base game is. I think it's all there. It's all leading toward it. When the name selection, immediately I was like, what am I getting into?
Yeah, the name selection for the voice is such a like I've never seen a game do that before where you can choose the way they sound when they say your name. Usually they just like leave it off. And that does add I think that does add a spiciness. I'll come to a 5. That's I'll allow it.
I was like, this is a level of goonerism that I just like.
Oh God! Oh no!
It's new to me in the world of visual novels.
Yeah, I think it has to be at least a 5 for a game that feels so clearly designed for masturbation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Romance.
Oh, romance. I guess, I don't know, because it's he clearly is already in love with you when you start the game. Like, he's already all in. Like, he's ready to marry you day one. As far as, like, I guess our character gradually having, like, this romance with him, I don't know. I feel like the romance is incomplete, just because I think that's why there are other DLCs. I will give it, like, a 5. Just because I just don't think it's strong.
Yeah.
And it does feel incomplete if you just play the base game. Yeah.
I think I'm probably also sitting around a 4. I'm trying to be consistent with ratings across episodes, and I'm like, I don't know that this one's like, at least for me personally, I didn't find it the most like romantic. There was like fun flirting.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't describe it as like the most romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, like 4 or 5.
I'll stick with a 5 just because I feel as though, I mean, it definitely I'm just like, this is love bombing the game. But like, it does give you that rush of like, someone's in love with me and whoa, and we're like vibing and we're this, that, and the other, and we're connecting and we're oversharing and I get it. And also I think,
and then he disappears for a day and shows up at your house, which does feel love bombing.
And then and you freak out too. I was like, whoa. But yeah, I want to give credit to the fact that like it has spurred so many different types of content that people want to consume. And I think compared to some games we've played, I think it does a good job of like world building within the relationship, that it balances like the spice versus the Twitterpation for how rushed the relationship is plot wise. So I give it a 5, but a 5 in that it's just not like slow burn. There's like all this stuff happening, like literal romantic arc, or full romantic arc, but more of like at least in the main game, like I agree fully with Marcy that it's designed in a way that it made those feel needed. But I want to give credit to the free game that is like, oh, like I buy into how this is happening for the most part. The logistics are the 25% I'm withholding, where I'm like, this is scary. But the 75%, the feelings, the representation of the feelings and the desire, I buy into, and that feels real and compelling. So 5.
Do you want to just snake us back into overall ratings?
Sure, I can, and I will. Okay, so for overall ratings, sometimes too we do like overall rating as a dating sim versus overall rating as compared to all games. I think I'm just gonna stick with dating sim. I don't even know how. I don't know why, but for this one in particular, I don't even know how to compare it to all other games, especially because it just feels very standard, or not very standard, because we talked about like how cool the calling was, or interesting the call experience was with full voice acting. But yeah, otherwise it feels fairly standard visual novel. So in terms of like dating sims, I think I would give it, I think I'll give it a 6, but like a very like, I'm impressed 6. There are lots of thoughts that I have around it. But yeah. And then in the world of all games, probably a 5. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. I'm just like, this was an experience that I think like all my expectations were pretty much met. About like what I thought I was going to get out of this. And then
it does what it says it's going to do.
Yeah, very much so. Okay. I popcorn it to whoever wants to go next.
I'll go fast. I think for me, this is a 4. This is once again because like I'm not the most voracious visual novel devourer. And I think I wanted that hacking game to be just like a little bit more of an either like a little more of an element or a little more elevated or something as far as like in the game's ecosystem
for sure
goes. As a dating sim, I could see giving it a 5 as like exactly what it says it is. Fully, this is like right up the middle in terms of spice, in terms of romance, in terms of everything. Like this is a game, and like can't negate the fact that it was very fun, especially as a free to play, which like you don't often like. It's nice to know that those exist when it's like I got a couple hours to just like fall in love a little bit, and like that felt very much like what you can do here. And so for me, yeah, like a 4.5.
For me, for I guess like a Marcy rating, for this dating sim, I will probably give it like a 7. I just thought like I just had so much fun with it. I really did like Micah as a character. And for it being free and like and being fully voice acted for free was just like for wow. Sure. And like I said, good. I just really never experienced that voice call part where he's actually like talking to you. And like that like took me to it took me to another level that I wasn't really expecting to like experience in a dating sim, because I just like I didn't know this was something that I really enjoyed. I mean, besides the window scene, that didn't make me happy, but like the voice call part.
Everybody's out here hating on the window scene. I liked the window scene.
I'm glad you liked it, Claire. If you like it, I love it.
Rip.
Good for you, you know.
No, please.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It definitely like took me to it showed me different aspects of like, because I do play like visual novels a little bit here and there, and I feel like it was a little unique to what I've been playing before, in the sense that it had like it was fully, I don't think I've ever had one that was fully voice acted like that before. I might have, but I probably can't remember off the top of my head. So yeah, 2 new mechanics I'd never had before, and I enjoyed both of them very much.
Hell yeah. What are we leaving behind in Error143? There is Marcy, an episode of the Mindy Project where she leaves behind some earrings in a man's apartment so that he has to call her. And some of us may or may not have ever done that before in our lives with different things. And so we like to ask, what are we leaving behind in this game? And that can be like sort of metaphorical of like, we've left behind emotions, we've left behind physical objects, we've left things in cup holders and in cars and validate. I think, yeah, what are we leaving with Micah?
Now that he like lives with us?
Why do I feel like Micah, like, is this something we say out loud? Well, we can edit it out if I don't like it. I feel like Micah is the kind of person who's buying things from the like dragon fantasy sex toy website.
Okay, because when we were talking about the stuffies and Marcy was like, or one of you was like, Hitachi-wan, I literally was like, no. I very clearly in my mind see one of those like fantasy dragon dildos. Like that is what a stuffy is.
Fantasy dragon. What is that website?
I don't know. Why do I know what those are? There's no good explanation.
We are dating sim podcasters. We owe it to the world to do research into what dragon tentacle sex toys are available.
I only know for science. I'm a professional.
Bad dragon. It's bad dragon.
Yeah.
Marcy's like, let me just write that down. Bad dragon. Yeah, I think that...
I wish y'all could see Marcy's face.
Yeah, I think that Micah has bad dragon bookmarked. And if he doesn't, that's what I'm leaving, is a note that says just bad-dragon.com.
Woo, okay.
What are you guys
I
leaving?
invite Marcy to go next.
Oh God! Wait, let me just clarify. Are you leaving the toy? The stuffy?
I'm leaving the website behind so he can make his own choice about what sorts of stuffies he might want to get.
Oh my gosh, please. All right.
Because I'm like, I can't make the decision for him between such wonderful things like Mila the Thorntail Wyvern and Nox the Night Drake. He should get to choose those himself. Rex the German Shepherd. There's a lot of options for Micah here that he could choose from.
Okay, so at first when you said leave behind, I was like, yeah, I'll leave behind the window scene. Like I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's
I'm good with
fair.
that.
You know what? That works.
That works. That's probably better.
Okay. Leave behind. I don't know why, but my first thought was condoms. I was like, whatever's going on, these people need protection.
They need them.
So that is what I will leave behind for the player character in Micah. Not me. The player character in Micah. That's what I would leave behind for them. Use protection.
You don't want any fork tongue babies?
I'm good. No,
Micah definitely does.
if Micah likes it, I love it. But I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Amazing. Well, to close out, we say let's do this again sometime. We try to say it at the same time so that it's cute.
We never do.
We never do, but we make it work in the edit. Does anybody want to count us down and cue us? Also, I'm sorry for what I put in the group chat, but you guys needed to know that these exist.
All right.
Spread your love.
I'm upset about that, Marcy. I have to be honest. I'm upset.
Okay.
It's the morning. It's not the morning anymore. It's the afternoon. So now we can talk about little squirts.
Can you? Thank you for bringing that up, because actually, again, in typical Kanisha fashion, I started playing this at 7:30 in the morning. Do you know what a shock I encountered playing this at 7:30 in the morning? Just so you can imagine how my day started. Anyway, we're closing it out.
Well, thank you for being on the show, Marcy.
Thank you, Marcy.
Also, like, what a joy, what a delight. When I think of dating sims, I do think of you and your laugh and your joy. So it's been so great to get to chat with you about this one.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. It's such a joy, and I hope we write fan fiction again soon.
Forever.
Always, forever.
I'm kind of looking forward to maybe writing some Christmas stuff with the Grinch again. Let's do this again sometime.
Date With Us is produced and co-hosted by Claire and Phoenicia.
Claire does the editing, and the intro music Glimmer was composed for the show by Jason Duran.
Find us on Instagram and Blue Sky as Date With Us Podcast.
And don't forget to share, rate, or review the show.
Tell your crush about us.
We dare you!
Why have I written more fan fiction about the Grinch than like
What did I miss?
Grinch Ussy? So did you miss anything?
You know what? Maybe that's for the best. Grinchussie. All right. Where's our decorum? Where?
That's the Easter egg.